Hey y'all, Clayton here with Fishing for Moose again, and hey, sorry we took quite a bit of time off. Been pretty busy this summer, been doing a lot of drone racing, a lot of boating, that sort of thing, so I haven't had a whole lot of time to make any videos, but today we're going to do this one a little bit different. So, I know a lot of you, new people, as well as, experienced people in ice fishing. The world is always changing as far as what you can use for electronics and ways to help you get ahead, stay ahead, and get you on the fish. So today what I'm going to talk about is some reasons why you might or might not want to purchase, a higher end electronic. What the benefits, pros, cons, that sort of thing can be with those things. So stay tuned, and yeah. Should be some informative information for you. Thank you. Thanks to Slackwater Apparel for sponsoring this video. Okay, so the two electronics I'm going to be talking about today is one, the Helix 5 and a Helix 7 Ice G3, new last year. So I'm going to kind of go over some pros with the Helix 7 G3 first, and then we're going to talk about the Helix 5, which is a Gen 1. So I'm going to talk about some benefits here. So first thing about the Ice G3 Helix 7 that I really like, of course, is the monster screen on this thing. I mean, that thing is big. For me, I should be wearing glasses when I'm ice fishing because I have trouble seeing, but I hate that they always fog up, so I'm not going to do it. I have had issues with the 5 where I really can't see it unless I'm in a shack and I have the brightness turned all the way up. With the 7, I can have the brightness turned pretty far down and I have no issues seeing the screen. It's also really great to do it in split screen mode. So you could have a flasher on one side, and you could have your sonar on the other, or you could do GPS on the one side and then sonar or flasher on the other. I really don't use the flasher at all. I prefer the sonar. So what I'll use on this is I'll have a zoomed out version of the sonar, and then on the other side will be a zoomed in version so I can really see the bottom. And like I said, being that I should be wearing glasses, it really helps having that zoomed in feature so I can tell when there's something on the very bottom. Couple other features I really like are the shuttle. It's very well made. It's a little pricey if you have to buy it separate. If you say you buy the summer model and then you have to buy the shuttle itself and the transducer, but they are pretty nice. I did actually have to take back the first one I had because something was weird with it and it just kept rebooting. But this one I haven't any problems with. I haven't even pulled the plastic off of it yet. I did get a full season out of it last year. I think it's normally like $6.99, so right around $700. Might even be a little bit more than that, I can't remember, but I know Fleet Farm does a sale, or did a sale on it. It was $4.99 with their online rebate. So you just showed them the coupon code at the register, and then they took the discount off and ended up being $4.99. But I do really like this one. Kind of do a little zoom in on the lake map here, and that's the other thing with this model is you can use the Lake Master maps. So get you out of the sun here quick. So with this one, this is a Lake Master map here, and I mean it is so detailed. And then you can also use the map, the Fish Smart app. So you can use the little dial pad here. You can zoom all around. This is Lake Pactola out in South Dakota. It's actually a reservoir, super deep, 360 feet deep, I believe. But yeah, so you can link it with your Fish Smart app on your phone. So when you're driving there, you could use it, or if you're just sitting in bed the night before and you want to kind of get on and see where you might go. I mean, it's crazy detailed. And then with the Fish Smart app, you can also set like depth contour coloration. So say you want to pinpoint 20 to 28 feet or 20 to 30 feet. You can do that, which is really nice for like flowages. So if you're on a lake that has a flowage, you can pinpoint the river channel with it, so that's really cool. So I mean, there's a lot of benefits to going with the newer gen Helixes. You get a lot of cool features, and a lot of stuff ties together. The only thing with the Ice version, it is not a networked version, so you can't connect other Helixes to it like you can with, say, like a G3N, but they don't do that with the Ice model. You'd have to buy, I think, the all-season. But a few things in here, you can switch views. So you can do flasher and a few other things. Since it's not set up on the Ice right now, nothing's really working how it's supposed to. You can go full screen flasher. You can change the cone angle and everything too, which is really neat. All you do is hit this view button. And I actually prefer to fish this in the sonar view in what's called max mode. And max mode, I think, is the most detailed that you can get. So I guess let's talk about maybe now some cons to this, and why you may want to go with the Helix 5. And actually, that's just the shuttle for it. The Helix 5 is actually on my fishing boat right now, so you can see there's nothing in there at the moment other than the mount and everything that I made out of a Gens box. But maybe we'll talk about that. So some cons with that. I'm just going to shut this down. All you do is you hold it, shuts down. So some cons with this unit. I'm going to start off by saying that I think the number one downside to the Helix 7 is the fact that it absolutely sucks. For hole hopping, that is. It's just not really, I don't know if they didn't think about that when they designed this one or what, but anytime you try to drill a bunch of holes and hop from hole to hole to hole to mark to see if there's fish, there is a probably 15 to 30 second delay where it'll actually read bottom. It'll like completely freeze up, and all of a sudden then it'll start working again after that delay. So if you're one of the type of guys that likes to drill a ton of holes, walk around all over the lake, you know, trying to mark fish, it's just not the best for that. I would recommend the Helix 5 Gen 1 for that one, or like a Markham or a Vexlaw or just a flasher. That's better for just hole hopping, but once you're set up and you're ready to go and you're ready to fish a spot, this one is awesome. I fish it on max mode. It's even better. You get super detailed, you know, of the bottom, fish, everything. You can pretty much tell what you're going to catch before you even do it. It's probably the closest thing you can get to like a live scope, that sort of thing. But the big screen is awesome for that. It's just not the best for hole hopping. It's a little bit heavier too. 5 super light, regular flasher unit's pretty light too. The other con that I'm going to have to say about this is the battery life sucks. The stock battery is not the answer. If you're fishing outside of a shack, you have to have the brightness turned up a little ways, and you can kill a battery in, you know, 4 or 5 hours easily. Especially if it's cold out. If you're fishing in a shack, you can turn the brightness up, you know, maybe a little bit, but keep it at pretty much almost on the lowest setting when you're sitting in a shack, and then you should be able to get, you know, 6-8 hours out of it. But you ain't gonna get more than 8 hours out of this unit. It's just not, I don't know, that extra 2 inches compared to the 5, just it just eats the battery life. So if you're gonna get one of these, get a lithium, maybe like a Dakota lithium. Those are, I hear, really well. Work good for these. I haven't gotten one yet. I will be for this start of this next season, but just keep that in mind. If you're the type of guy that likes to hole hop, you're probably going to want another unit also. That's probably my only really 2 cons with this unit. Yeah, I do have a couple other things to talk to you guys about. I'll get that set up and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm sure you guys saw at the beginning of the video the sponsorship with Slackwater Apparel. I just want to show you guys, you know, a few of their awesome products. They are a local Wisconsin company, so if you guys like supporting local businesses, this company is fucking awesome. B-roll action for you guys. But yeah, they're a great company. They got a lot of nice sweatshirts, hats, stickers, snapbacks. I mean, they got a lot of cool swag. So if you guys are into that sort of thing, definitely check out check out what they got to offer. They do post a lot of cool shit on Instagram. Yeah, he's a great guy, local from Wisconsin Dells here. Check him out. Alrighty, that's all I got for you guys today. Think winter, guys. Hopefully we get some good hard ice here, and I'll be posting up some more videos, so stay tuned.